We haven't at the time. Here is number 6, guys. This is candidate Donald Trump mostly through the month of October and November about Russia. Take a listen in 2016.
I mean, I have nothing to do with Russia. We're not involved in Russia.
Zero. I have nothing to do with Russia.
I have no relationship to Russia.
What do I know about the Russians? What do I know about the Russians? I promise you I don't have any deals with Russia. What do I have to do with it? I have nothing to do with Russia, folks, okay? Nothing to do.
Have nothing to do with Russia. They say, this is a conspiracy between Donald Trump and Russia. Give me a break.
I have nothing to do with Russia, folks.
All right, those last two, October of 16, Alexei, by the way, as Mr. Giuliani said to me, called it an active, he said, yes, an active proposal. That's, I don't know what part of what candidate Trump said, and that is couldn't be different.
Right. Well, and that's the funny thing, or the interesting thing in all of this, is that President Trump himself, or candidate then, would say, I have nothing to do, there's no deals, whatever, as you just played. And now we're seeing how everyone around him suddenly doesn't know or doesn't remember or is lying about their Russian contacts or the president's dealings in Moscow. And he's creating this big, messy problem for them. But, you know, as Michael was saying, the president is someone who cares a lot about public opinion, and that is what Rudy Giuliani is exactly trying to do. But the really confusing thing here is he called the New Yorker to try to retract their interview and said that this, it was a hypothetical, this is how I would argue it in court.
Well, Alexei,
this is an attorney the president should send to a courtroom to argue anything on his behalf.
Let me put up full screen number 3. Here it is. New Yorker, Times reported President Trump was involved in discussions to build a skyscraper in Moscow throughout the entire 2016 campaign. He's wrong. They're wrong. New Yorker, his personal lawyer said on Sunday, I didn't say that. New Yorker, the Times just made up that quote. I don't know if they made it up. What I was talking about was if he had those conversations, they would not be criminal. Michael Steele, what do you take away from all this?
Take away a couple of things. I think that if you notice in all of these clips, the president always used the present tense or past tense. I wonder if he's going to try and hang this on a definition of is kind of thing where I didn't have any deals in Russia.
Well, if he wasn't now, you've given him the idea.
And the other thing here is, look, they're trying to create the fog, enough confusion, enough false claims, enough retractions that nobody really knows anything for sure or feels they know anything for sure, which will allow, they hope, some number of Republican senators to oppose voting to convict him in an impeachment proceeding once the House passes articles, which I think is very likely. And at this point, it's like a boiling the frog situation. If you had gone to someone on the street in October of 2016 and said, within the next 2 years, if we elect Trump, we will find that his campaign manager was secretly sharing information with oligarchs that he was indebted to while changing the Republican platform with regard to Russia, and the president himself is having secret communications with Vladimir Putin and destroying the evidence at major summits, well, no, that's completely unacceptable. We can't vote for this guy. But as it comes out, little by little, one step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward again, you get to a place where people are either so confused or so numb to the whole thing that the incredible doesn't seem incredible anymore.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.